All right. Welcome back. Happy New Year to everybody. And welcome back to another ProLine Pro School. Today we are taking a look at lead source tracking. We just launched full lead source tracking in ProLine. We were originally doing lead source tracking using project tags, which worked, but so just like this, just selecting the lead source on the tag for the project. And we actually still, this is a system we're still using because it is valuable to know what lead source a project was created through. And so that's still the preferred method for doing that. But what we've added in ProLine now is additionally tracking at the contact level for lead source, as well as adding contact type and tags. The contact type and the tag. So for contact type, if you have somebody in your ProLine account that's not a customer, maybe a real estate agent or a subcontractor or supplier for sending orders to, you can now label that. Uh, we added this partly to prepare for ProLine's broadcast feature, so you can make sure to you're targeting the right type of contact when you're sending out broadcasts. So you have that capability now, and then the lead source, of course, and then tags as well. So you can actually add tags to contacts as well as projects now. And so with lead source, this is fully customizable. So if you go into your settings in ProLine and go to contacts, you can set up your contact types. You can conditionally make lead source required. So you don't need to have a required lead source for suppliers, subcontractors, right? But you do want to require it for the customer contact type. And then also what your default is. So you can tell ProLine which of these, if you need to change it, is your default default contact type. It needs to be changed from customer to contact. So default contact type. And this is what, when you go to create a new contact, this is what's going to automatically get populated. So it's not taking any extra time if you're creating a contact, but that's the purpose of setting a default. Then you have your lead sources. You can add as many lead sources as you need to here in ProLine, and then you can add contact tags as well. Now, the lead source, because it's at the contact level, the lead source does apply up to all projects for that contact. And that's really important for proper lead source tracking because if you're just tracking at the project level, you could have two projects from the same contact. The first one might be labeled as Facebook ads because that's where they originally came in at, but then they have another project with you down the line, but they went to your website or just called you to start that second project. Now you want to make sure that both of those projects get properly attributed back to Facebook ads because that was the original lead source of the customer. But it is still also valuable to know that that second project came through your website directly, but you, as far as leads tracking and the value of a lead and determining what marketing channels you want to double down and invest more into, the proper way to track that is you want to attribute both projects back to Facebook ads as the original source of that customer. And so there's two other sides to this. On the integration side, we have built in this lead source into all of our different integrations for speed to lead. So now for web leads integration, you can add the lead source as well as contact type and even a contact tag into the webhook that is used for web leads integration. So when ProLine's attacked or connected to your website, it can assign that lead source automatically when that comes in from your website. Roof Quote Pro, same thing. You can set up the lead source and the contact type, Angie as well, and then also through Zapier. So all of our Zapier actions have been updated to now include lead source. And that even if you're going through Zapier and you're creating a project, which is the correct way for creating a new lead in ProLine, you want to create a project. We've added lead source in for the contact through that project creation action so that it properly assigns the contact. And it is conditional. So if there's already a contact in ProLine that matches the provided contact information, then it's not going to overwrite that lead source. It's going to leave the lead source that was already there. But if there either isn't a lead source, or if a new contact is being created, it'll use the new lead source. Now, as far as utilizing this information is super valuable on our business reports now. So if you go to marketing, for example, you can look at marketing for the whole business. You don't have to filter by lead source. But then also you are able to choose one or more lead sources and drill down into the marketing results for each individual lead source. And then same with sales, you can look at how different projects from different lead sources sell differently. So you might find some interesting things about certain lead sources have a higher close rate or a lower close rate or a better profit margin. And so that's all really valuable information to know. Same thing with cash flow. You can drill down and look at your cash flow from specific lead sources now. And so that is lead source tracking in a nutshell. Super simple, but super powerful as well. Just giving our ProLine customers a way to keep track of those lead sources and properly attribute leads back to the correct original source. Do you guys have any questions?
None for me.
Any thoughts, any questions, John?
Nope.
Good stuff. Yeah, for you, did we get ProLine connected to your website directly? Do you remember during onboarding? Or did we go through Zapier, or I don't remember.
My website?
Yeah, did ProLine get connected directly to your website forms?
Nope.
Okay. What did we end up doing? Can't remember. What did we for your lead sources for speed to lead? What did we end up connecting? Because I know we connected some stuff. Maybe it was
just the roofer instant estimator. That was it.
That's right, because that's where you're funneling people in on the website, is you want them to go through that instant estimator. So you can go into your settings. So one way to start utilizing this, you can go into your settings, go to contacts, make sure to have a lead source here for instant estimator, and then just go into your Zapier and choose that from the drop down for lead source on that Zap. And then any new projects being created moving forward will have that as their lead source coming from from that source. And then when you're adding a project that calls in, you also have that contact type and lead source here as well when creating the contact information for the project. So we'll wrap up there, and thanks for joining today.